In the criminal justice system, the fashion world is regulated by two separate but equal groups: the fashion magazines that set the trends, and the experts that ridicule the nonconformers. These are their stories.
It's so weird to think we're never going to see her again. War man, am I right?
Oh my god! We have to report this!
We couldn't do that to Grandma.
The police have to know! Thank you for coming, Detective.
So what seems to be the problem, folks?
It's our Grandma.
We found this in her closet.
We're gonna have to ask you a few questions to figure out where this fashion violation originated from. We should head down to the station.
As you know, we in society have rules and standards, and your grandma has committed a serious fashion crime. There's no telling the danger you could be in if this is leaked to Instagram.
Now, do you know where she purchased the skirt?
Why do you think I would know where she got it?
Has she been hanging around anyone strange lately? Any 80s boy bands or suburban dads?
I haven't seen anyone like that. Those aren't the kinds of people that Grandma would be around.
We're just trying to find the store clerk who sold her the illegal skirt. Who knows how deep the clothesline goes?
Yeah, we're just trying to get to the bottom of it.
Well, there was Kyle.
Bobby, don't.
Who's Kyle?
Kyle, come around every once in a while and talk to Grandma. I think they were friends back in the day. Rumor had it that he worked at a thrift store, but I just kind of assumed that they sold trendy coats and skinny jeans. What?
Have you seen this man before?
Goes by the name Kyle?
Never in my life.
Oh yeah? We know you've lived on the street corner for the last 5 years, hobo, so we can do this here, or we can do it down at the station.
Fine, I do know him, but his name's not Kyle. It's Jim Cinnabon. Apparently he owns the pawn shop down the street, and it's just a cover-up for a thrift shop.
Can you point us in the direction of the store?
Thanks for the help, but be careful. Your outfit's about 2 months from being outdated.
Hello? Mr. Cinnabon?
What can I help you with?
We have some questions. Did you know Marge Biscuit?
What about her?
She's dead now, and we have some concerns about things we found in her closet.
She's dead?
Died at war, man. Get with the program.
Well, what do you want from me?
We found your skirt in her closet.
I don't know anything about that.
We have some information on the types of products you've been selling. Would you mind coming down to the station with us?
That won't be necessary. I run an honest business here.
Could you just step out from behind the counter, please?
I didn't want to have to do this, but we have to arrest you. Socks and sandals have been out of style for so long, it hurts me to see them.
So you get your kicks from selling skirts to grandmas on the street?
There's nothing wrong with what I do.
Society says otherwise. Everyone knows it's a slippery slope from skirts to Crocs. Do you really think it's safe for these people to be walking around the streets looking hideous? Do you think this is a joke?
I'm just trying to help people explore their individuality.
Individuality went out of style a long, long time ago, bud.
Look to see my lawyer.
Go ahead. You already confessed.
Order! The case of Cinnabon versus the Fashion People is now in session.
The prosecution calls Bobby Biscuit to the stand. On the day of May 15th, 2017, you were looking through your deceased grandmother's closet. Tell the jury what you found there.
Well, we had finally gotten around to going through her possessions after the funeral, and among her many, many army uniforms, we saw a skirt.
Tell the jury what kind of skirt it was.
It was corduroy.
Thank you. How do you know the defendant, Jim Cinnabon?
He was the one that sold this atrocity to my poor grandmother. He was the one that took advantage of her, and she didn't know any better. She's just an old lady. It's all her fault that she's a disgrace. It's all his fault.
Order!
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Bobby, was your grandmother a bad person? No, of course not. Then why should what she wore make a difference? What you remember about her is her kindness. We've already lost 50 followers on her memorial page because of this goddamn skirt. But the skirt didn't hurt anybody. What people care about is on the inside, and the clothes they wear doesn't change that. Nothing further, Your Honor.
The defense calls Mr. Jim Cinnabon to the stand. Now, Mr. Cinnabon, what's in it for you to be selling these gaudy clothes?
I get nothing out of this. I seem to allow others to be happier.
How so?
I try to let people express themselves however they want. I don't think it's right how these so-called fashion experts can pick and choose the trends, and everyone has to follow suit. Clothes should be a way for people to represent themselves and not be judged by more popular people who dislike what they wear.
Thank you, Jim. Nothing further.
Jim, why do you think these fashion rules or expectations were created?
To give more power to the fashion elite. We're all slaves to social media, and we don't even realize it, man.
Has the jury reached its verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
On the accusations of distributing and abusing ridiculous clothing, how do you find the defendant?
We find the defendant guilty.
Very well. Mr. Cinnabon, you are being sentenced to 20 years without Wi-Fi. Your failure to recognize the importance of conformity in our society has ruined the reputation of this poor deceased veteran and countless of other people. Bail set at 4 million followers.